Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to tackle one of the most common mix-ups out there in the digital world. What's the difference between a browser and a search engine? So let's get you buckled up for your next digital road trip. You know how you might say, I'm going to Google something when what you're really doing is opening up Chrome? Yeah? Well, if you've done that, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common mix-up. But by the time we're done here, the difference is going to be as clear as a car and a map. So yeah, let's stick with that road trip idea because it's perfect. When you're online, you're basically exploring, right? You're visiting new places, looking for stuff, and to do that right, you need the right tools. So let's start with the most important one. All right, first things first on any trip, you need a vehicle. You need something to actually get you from point A to point B. And in the world of the internet, that vehicle is your browser. That's right, your web browser is your car. Simple as that. It's the app you open on your computer or your phone that lets you travel across the internet and pull up to a destination, a website. The browser is literally what moves you around. And hey, just like with cars, you've got different makes and models. You might drive a Toyota, super reliable, super popular. That's kind of like Google Chrome. Or maybe you're more of a Ford person, which is like Mozilla Firefox. Or a Honda, like Apple Safari. They all do the same basic job. They get you where you need to go, but they might have slightly different features, a different feel. Okay, so we've got our car. We're ready to hit the digital highway. But where are we going? I mean, if you don't already know the exact address, you're going to need a way to find your destination, right? And this is where the search engine comes into play. Think of it as your GPS or an old school map. When you want to find the best tacos near me, but you don't have the address, you punch it into your navigation system. Now, here's the key thing. The GPS finds the information, it gives you a list of possible spots, but it doesn't physically drive the car for you. It just tells you where to go. And again, just like with a GPS, you've got different brands. Google is obviously the big one, but you've also got Microsoft's Bing or DuckDuckGo, which is all about privacy. And you can use any of these GPS systems inside any car you want. You could use the Google search engine inside the Firefox browser. No problem. They're totally separate tools. So let's recap. We have our car, that's the browser, and we have our GPS, that's the search engine. Now let's see how these two work together to make your journey online so smooth. Look at this side by side. It makes it so clear. On the left, you've got the browser, your car. Its job is to take you places. On the right, the search engine, your GPS. Its job is to help you find those places. See? Two totally different functions, but they work together perfectly. So think about what you actually do. Step 1, you get in your car. That means you open your browser, say Chrome. Step 2, you turn on your GPS. You go to a search engine like google.com. And step 3, you type in what you're looking for. The GPS gives you a list of results, and then you tell your car where to go by clicking on a link. That click is you turning the wheel, and the browser then drives you to that website. Now listen, getting this difference isn't just for fun facts. It's actually super important for staying safe online. Because once you realize your browser is your car, you also realize you're the one who has to make sure it's locked and secure. And this is just a brilliant way to think about it. You lock your car doors, right? Well, that's like using strong passwords and logging out of your accounts. You might have a car alarm to warn you of trouble. That's like your browser's pop-up blocker, which keeps you away from sketchy sites. Getting tinted windows for privacy, that's the same as telling your browser to stop websites from tracking your every move. And of course, you take your car in for regular maintenance. That's exactly like updating your browser to the latest version. It patches up any security holes before bad guys can find them. I want you to really think about this for a second. If you don't take a few basic steps to secure your browser, you might as well be leaving your car unlocked with the keys in the ignition in the middle of a huge, busy parking lot. You're just making it way too easy for someone to cause a lot of trouble. Okay, let's pull over for a quick sec and just go over the highlights from our trip today. So here it is, your new digital driver's handbook. Number 1, a browser is your car. It's what you use to travel the internet. Number 2, a search engine is your GPS. It just helps you find the addresses. Number 3, your browser is your vehicle, which means you are the driver. And finally, number 4, securing that browser isn't some optional feature. It's just as essential as locking your car. So I'll leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Now that you know the difference, now that you know you're the driver, take a second and ask yourself, is your digital car unlocked right now?